Well, good morning everyone. It's been a little while since I posted a video, but I did mention in the last video that I was switching to basically monthly videos. It's just at this point I've got so many videos posted about so many different topics, and I want to keep sharing information with everybody, but it's a lot of time and work to produce the videos. I know it's just me walking down the street chatting, but you know, I have to think of a concept for the video and what I want to talk about, and sort of jot down a little layout of like the key points that I want to get into the video. And it takes me about an hour to edit the video and get it posted and all that kind of stuff. So I just felt at this point, with the amount of views I get on videos and what I'm trying to accomplish, there's a huge backlog of stuff to watch through if you're looking for advice on dog training. And monthly videos just works a little bit better for me right now. And it is the couple days right now. It's a couple days before Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you get to spend some time with your family. It's been pretty wonky over the last couple of years with this pandemic, so I feel like this is going to look like a slightly more normal Thanksgiving. And hopefully you get to do something cool, spend some time with friends and family, and give thanks for all the great things in your life. But on to today's video. So I want to talk a little bit today about socialization with dogs and just a few key points. I'm not going to go into the details of like how you introduce new dogs. I have done a video on that in the past. But I did want to talk about a few different things, a few different topics on socialization, from how to pair your dog up with the right dog, and doggy daycares, and a quick little note on dog parks again, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to take a little break because of this barking dog. You know, there's a reason why most dog trainers aren't making videos like this, walking down the street with their dogs. There's so many environmental factors, traffic, people looking at you funny because you're walking down the street talking to a camera, dogs barking. But you know, this is where I train with my clients out in the real world, and this is where I like to do my videos. I don't have a training facility to set up a little studio in and do videos. And I'm certainly not going to sit in my van and just talk to the camera, because that seems a little boring. At least here you get to see some of the outside world. I don't know. I just find these videos to be a little more interesting out in public chatting with you guys than, you know, sitting on my couch at home. Anyway, to the topic at hand. So I get a lot of questions on socialization, and let's just talk on a few key points and keep this fairly brief today. Picking the right playmates for your dog is absolutely crucial. If you have a dog that's a bit more shy and introverted, and you introduce that dog to a dog that's very exuberant and in your face and overbearing, those two dogs will not have a good relationship. They are not going to have a good first meeting at all. And the relationship, now, if you take some time to introduce the dogs right, so you know, you spend some time hanging out together without the dogs meeting, and you wait until that overbearing, exuberant dog has finally gotten bored with the other dog and the excitement level has come down, and that could take 5 minutes, that could take hanging out together for 30 minutes. Maybe you go for a walk together and then you hang out for a little while. But like having the more exuberant, excited dog calmer for the meeting, that'll produce a much better meeting, and the dogs might get along. But it's very important. I think we all can agree as human beings, if you get paired with the wrong kind of person, it just doesn't jive, right? It doesn't go well, and you're not a good mix. And the thing is about human beings, we lie. Like, you can meet someone you don't really like, and you'll pretend to like them, and you'll be cordial, and you'll be polite, and things will go fine, even if you don't really like the person. Dogs have zero reason to do that. They have no reason to pretend they like another dog or to be okay with the other dog just because it's polite. So they're very honest creatures, and they're just not going to stand for it. It's just not going to work out if you try that. So the first first point is finding a dog that has the same personality, the same play style as your dog, or close to it, right? So if you have a shy, calm dog, then you probably want a shy, calm dog for your dog to play with. Now, the other big point I would like to make is there's a sort of a good moderate level of socialization where your dog is meeting some dogs and learning how to be social and interact with dogs. And then there's what I would call over-socialization, too much socialization. And this could be someone that wants to meet out on their walk. They want to meet every single dog that they see. Could be that. Could be your dog spends plenty of time free roaming with other dogs. And this could be at a doggy daycare, and this could be at the dog park. Now, what's going to happen if your dog, it's not a guarantee, right? Ollie, Chickpea. I'm always talking in generalities. I hope everybody understands that every dog is an individual. So there's no guarantees that you do X, Y, Z and your dog responds in a certain way. It's individual. So I'm giving general information and things that you should watch for. And if you over-socialize your dog, meaning they have way too much free time around other dogs, that's great. We want our dogs to be social. We want our dogs to have a chance to play and meet some new dogs. But if all they ever do is meet off-leash dogs, like let's say at a dog park or a doggy daycare, then you leash them up and you take them for a walk, they're going to want to still stroll on over like they always do and meet a dog. So they'll see a dog and they think, well, I'll just waltz on over there, give the dog a sniff like I did at the dog park. So at the dog park, every dog is open to them to go and meet. And now you leash them up and they can't do that. And that can often produce a very frustrated response from the dog, which most people would refer to as leash reactivity. And these are dogs that are sort of like lunging and barking, or some dogs just plunk down on your walk and they refuse to move until the dog goes by. It will display itself in a variety of ways. But what's happening is you've leashed the dog up now. They can't just freely act as they were previously, so they can't just go up and meet a dog as they please. And this creates a lot of frustration because they've developed this habit, right? This behavior of, oh, there's a dog, I go over and see that dog. There's a new dog, let's go greet that dog. Now I put my dog on leash. They can't do any of that freely anymore, and it produces a lot of frustration. I would say, and I think most dog trainers would say, that meeting every dog you see out on a walk, not a good idea. Again, it's instilling in the dog this concept that, like, when we're out on a walk and you see a dog, that is your new friend, we're gonna go over and meet that dog. And if it doesn't unfold like that, now we try and just pass a dog. A lot of frustration, a lot of confusion from the dog. Why aren't we going? This is what we always do. We go to meet that dog. Why are we not going to meet that dog? I'm very, very upset, very frustrated right now. And you get that leash reactive response. So, you know, you want to pair your dog with dogs that they do well with. And you want to have a core group maybe of friends for your dog, just like us humans have a core group of friends, right? And that's how you do some good socialization. And then you also need to teach your dog an off switch. You also need to introduce to your dog the concept that there will be dogs. There will be dogs in the environment. Dogs when we're out for a walk that you just won't meet. So, you know, your dog needs to understand when it's appropriate to meet another dog and when it's appropriate to just ignore a dog. That they're just in the environment. It's just, you know, that dog's no different than a tree we're walking by, or a bush, or a fire hydrant. It's just something in the environment. But that dog is not for you, and you should just ignore it and don't worry about it. Just like when we're out for a walk, you see all kinds of people, and unless they're your friend, you don't really say hi, right? You don't run up and hug strangers on the street just because they're out there. Sorry, we got a little bus pulled up here, and I could see out of the corner of my eye that the kids in the windows are waving and probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. Because it kind of looks crazy to walk down the street with a camera 4 feet out in front of you talking to it into thin air, right? So, find a dog that is a good personality match for your dog. So they have a good friend or a couple of friends that they play with. And out in the field right now, over here, there's some dogs way down there. And those owners have a few dogs together running and playing. That's a great way to do it. And then also teach your dog how to be calm around other dogs. And this could be just by, even with a friend's dog that they play with, they get some play time, and then they have some leash time where they're leashed up, they're kept beside you, the two owners just hang out, and their dogs need to learn how to also be calm around that dog. So there's a time to play, and there's a time to just leave the other dog alone and relax and be calm. Okay, if you're unsure of how your dog's gonna react with another dog, that's a whole other ball of wax to discuss, right? Like if your dog has shown aggression in meetings, then your dog should be muzzled for first meetings so that there's never an incident. Once a bite happens, there's no going back. All the apologies in the world won't change the harm that the dog has caused to the other dog. And it's better to just prevent that stuff. So socialization, again, great to socialize to a few dogs that are appropriate personality for your dogs. And also socialization, you could think of it this way, socialization is also teaching your dog how to be around other dogs in a calm way, how to be around other dogs without physically interacting at that moment. All right. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving this coming weekend. And I'm going to finish off the walk with my dogs today. And guess how many dogs my dog's going to meet on the walk today. And if you just guessed 0, a goose egg, good guess, they are not. I don't meet other dogs out on leash. That's not what I do. I wave to the owners, how you doing? Walk on by, because I want my dogs to know that when we're out for a walk together on leash, this is time to focus on the walk, time to be with me. It's bonding for myself and my dogs. And I need them to understand that if you see another dog in the environment, no big deal. It's just another dog. They go their way, we go our way, like two ships passing in the night. All right, guys, hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight into what happens if you do too much socialization. You don't want to do too little. That also is not good for your dog to not have a chance to interact with other dogs. And when you are doing your socialization, pick your dog's friends carefully. All right, I'll see you in the next video in probably a few weeks from now. And until then, get out with your dog, do a little bit of training, and enjoy your time with your furry companion.